Hello, you are watching Box Berita. Today we will be focusing on the Indonesian government's decision to stop Indonesian ISIS fighters from re-entering the country. This will leave 600 plus people stranded without anywhere to return. A probable exception to this decision may be orphan minors, but each minor's case may be subject to consideration, explained Indonesian Chief Security Minister Muhammad Mahfud. The minister also stated if these people are returned, the terrorist virus could make the rest of Indonesia feel insecurity. This has set the grounds for possible revocation of the Indonesian ISIS members' citizenships. In addition to the law that forbid Indonesian citizens to fight for any foreign army. Despite this defensive gesture by the Indonesian government, ISIS members have already entered the country and have taken credit for many tragedies in the country for the past 2 years. As Sidney Jones, who is from the Institute of Policy Analysis of Conflict in Jakarta and who is described during a discussion to be not at all happy with the government's new blanket ban on returnees, which she says was the product of both faulty data and fearmongering, states, "It's always been a concern that anybody coming from Syria would instantly have prestige and credibility and the combat skills to transform largely incompetent groups in Indonesia into something more dangerous." Jones continues, "It was based on an assumption that there were 600 plus people in the Kurdish-controlled camps in Syria, and that was never the case." Sidney Jones has offered possible solutions in the past. In a 2018 New York Times opinion article focusing on an ISIS-related attack in Indonesia that year, Jones wrote, "The attacks this month are the work of a tiny fringe desperate for attention, but they undermine Indonesia's self-image as a nation of largely tolerant, moderate Muslims. It is now up to the government to translate citizen outrage over the bombings into programs to monitor jihadist returnees, curb extremist teachings, and protect religious minorities." As the 2020 Homeland Security Expo prepares to begin in Indonesia's Jakarta Convention Center for March 4th to 6th, with many government departments as sponsors, the Indonesian government is trying to rebrand its self-image as a committed and body to strengthening defenses against foreign and domestic terrorist threats and influences. This has been a report about the Indonesian government's decision to halt the reentrance of ISIS members. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.